Hey guys, thanks for joining me today. I'm Mark. This is Spiguyver Backpacking. Today we are out here again to continue on my favorite backpacking gear series. And so we're just going to keep this going. Right now I actually should be out backpacking. I should be out in the wilderness. My son and I, we were supposed to go out this weekend. We actually spent hours in the car getting to where we were going, only to find that the cloud layer had dropped really low. It was misting all over the place. And where we were going off trail, doing some route finding. We really wanted to get a serious adventure in. We wanted to go explore, find some caves, find some other really cool rock features that we've heard about, that we've seen photos of. But those rocks out there are extremely slippery, and I didn't want to put us in a position where we'd be putting other people at risk to come and rescue us, because slick rocks lead to helicopter rides, and we wanted no part of that. So today we will be continuing the favorite backpacking series, and really no backpacking series could go on without talking about footwear. This is a topic that comes up all the time. You know, boots, trail runners, some sort of morphed combination of the two of them. Do you go with huge thick soles? Do you go with zero drop? Do you go with minimalist shoes? What's the answer? Well, the answer really depends on what fits your foot the best, and so we're going to talk about my favorite right now. Let's go. For years, I would say since I started backpacking 20 plus years ago, shoes, blisters, foot problems have kind of been what have driven a lot of my decisions and thought process when I go out backpacking. So shoes, footwear is a big part of making sure that you have a happy, healthy hike. Talk to any of the long distance thru hikers and ask them about buying a new set of shoes and breaking them in on the trail, and how many blisters they endured or put up with. Talk about ill-fitting shoes because it was the last ones in the store and so they bought them. That's not the right way to do it. And so the way that you really need to look at it is you need to find what works for your foot. So I've gone through, I started out with full-on leather boots. I went to some more hybrid boots that were a little bit more flexy. Then I went to trail runners, and then I went to Hokas with big, thick soles. It was like walking on cushions the whole time. Then I went to more normal trail runners. Then I went to minimalist shoes. Then I went back to regular trail runners. And where am I now? So I will tell you that I have pretty much settled on these Merrell trail gloves as my absolute favorite shoes. They're super flexible. They don't have much in the way of cushion. They're zero drop, so your toe and your heel are at the same level. There's no rise, there's no heel in there. And they're extremely comfortable. Since I've switched to these, I've stopped carrying camp shoes. I use these for everything. I mean, I use them all the time. I use them in normal day-to-day life. I use them out backpacking. I use them as camp shoes because I don't change them. I don't feel a need to bring a second pair of shoes to change into at camp at all anymore. I wear them through the water. I don't even take them off. I just walk straight through the water when I come to a water crossing. Now, if you're in a really cold environment and things are going to freeze, you may think about that, although I have done it in those situations as well. But there's something to these shoes for me. So I dealt with heel blisters back here on the Achilles with just about every pair of shoes I ever used. The Hokas were doing really well. I actually liked the Hokas, other than the fact that they're pretty heavy, but they changed the design, and after they changed the design, I could not get a pair that didn't give me blisters. No matter what size, I'd go down a size, I'd go up a size, I'd try and figure it out. I'd use different lacing techniques, because there are lock laces that you can use, lacing techniques to really lock your heel in place. I tried everything, still was getting heel blisters. So after a lot of research, zero drop minimalist shoes kind of became the thing. A lot of people are using Ultras, Lone Peaks, Timps, whatever. I tried them. I didn't like the feel of them. I've tried other minimalist shoes, other barefoot shoes, Vivo, Zero, and I keep coming back to the Merrells. Now the one disadvantage, the one problem I have with Merrells is durability. Because they are so flexible, so durable, the foam on the sides kind of gets eaten up, but really what happens for me is right in this flex area, right here on the sides, it starts to rip, both on the inside and outside. And you can actually see it's starting to fray. Between all these pieces here, it's starting to fray. On these ones aren't that old. My previous pair of these, which I've worn for a while, are completely ripped open in those spots. Absolutely the most comfortable shoe I've ever used are the trail gloves that are like socks. They called them the Mesh 3D for a while. They called them something else at one point, Knit, I believe. But the ones that were like socks and kind of almost formed like a gator, they came up around your foot nice and tight. Those, it's like wearing socks with a sole on them. Absolutely, extremely comfortable. And I'm hoping that they perfect them and come back out with them. Now, they did just come back out with the Trail Glove 6, so I will probably give that a try. One of the things they claimed with the Trail Glove 6 is that it has increased durability. So I was having problems with these. I actually went to another Merrell Zero Drop with a little bit more cushion, and I enjoy that on some of the rockier terrain, but I keep coming back to these because these are what work for me. I just love the comfort. I love being able to feel the ground underneath me, and so these are what I've kind of stuck with. So that's it. That's my favorite backpacking shoe, the Merrell Trail Glove. Currently the 5. I will be trying out the 6. I'll tell you guys what I think of those after I get them and get some miles on them. What do you guys use? Are you guys Ultra guys? Are you New Balance guys? Are you boot guys? Let me know. Let me know down in the comments below what you prefer. I hope you guys learned something from this. If you have any questions, any comments, leave them down below. As always, hit that subscribe button. Right next to it, there will be a bell icon. You hit that, you will get notifications every time I upload a video. Hope you guys enjoyed this. I will see you down the trail.